Good morning, everyone. Here's what we have as far as the sunrise. It's rather gloomy. We had a horrible storm yesterday. And after it, I thought, why didn't I video it? So I tried to go on the Ring camera, but I can't get it to come up. But I wanted to show you the storm gave us so much rain. So look at all the beautiful buds I have on my oh, they smell so good. Look at this. I'm gonna have a lot of roses. This is my coral one. And there's no bugs on it. Those little bugs destroy, as I'll show you over here. This one has a beautiful bud coming. I gotta trim this one back, and this one needs trimmed. But see how the little bugs are eating up the leaves. But I'm getting new ones, so I'm gonna get that powder stuff. I don't remember what it's called. Look at the buds, guys. All these buds around it. Look at this. So beautiful. Now this one turned into a bush. Has a little bit of bugs on it, but it's so big. Look how big this is. It looks like a double one. I just love my rose bushes. I usually get one new one a year. I had another one on the end by the coral, but it didn't take off last year. I'm gonna get some more river rock because when Daryl painted the brown, he pushed it back. And I had some boys put the rocks in. I don't know if it was last year or the year before. And they didn't level it out too much, and I tried helping. But how about this, guys? Let it be. Okay, let's take another look. I don't want to spin around too fast. Another look at what the sunrise. I have my flags out for the 4th. My eagles all twisted from the storm. But the birds are singing a sense of calm after the storm. But these are the steps I walk up. I go out through the garage so I don't wake the dogs. Yep. Okay, look how green the grass is. Time to cut it. Can you hear it growing? Okay, let me switcheroo. So good morning again, everyone. Today's June 29th, 2025. And on this day, 40 years ago, I was nervously getting ready for my wedding. 40 years ago. And I was 20 years old, just turned 20 on the 24th of June. And I was nervously getting ready for my big day. And I had my girlfriends there, and it was a beautiful thing. So I can't imagine what my parents were going through as far as, you know, I'm just a baby. I just turned 20, and here I am getting married and starting my own life at such a young age. But I knew Daryl was my person. I knew. He's my knight in shining armor. He saved me from a lot of things within our family home. But that story's for another day. So today the theme is, and it's appropriate that it came up, you know, because I have this fear. It's I let go of fear of being alone. And I know one of my really, really good bestie friends, Heather. Hi, Heather. Her husband, I had it on my wall to pray for him. He had a heart attack. Mike had a heart attack, and she's going through a lot right now. He's fine. He got 3 stents put in his heart, and they let him out of the hospital so fast. But I know she's going through a lot with that, and I feel for her. I feel for you, Heather. And if you ever need me, you know you can call me. So the fear, I let go of fear of being alone. And that is one of my greatest things, because like I say that Daryl and I have been married 40 years and that it went so fast. but yet I don't ever remember not being with him. I mean, 40 years is a long time. And just like me being 60, I don't imagine me being 60. I just can't believe. I'm like, where did it go? Just like I tell a lot of people that have little kids, I'm like, don't blink, because it'll fly by and they'll be off to college. And that's what I kind of feel like, not only with my children growing so fast, I blinked, but I also blinked that my own life flew by. And I have this fear after Daryl had his stroke in January. What would happen if I was by myself? You know, I don't think I could survive without my husband. And he says the same thing, but anyway, so I let go of fear of being alone. Sometimes we feel disconnected from the flow of life, as though no one can understand or help with our concerns, as though no one is available to share our joys and our burdens. A key to releasing fear of being alone is resourcefulness. Instead of talking about lack or yearnings, we can allow possibilities to emerge. When I feel alone, I find a way to be of service of others, or I recall a time when I made a positive difference in someone's life. Remembering when my words and actions help someone reminds me that I am connected with others in the flow of life. How can I be alone when the source of light, life, and inspiration is always available? How can I be alone when countless generations survived, resulting in my being here now? How can I be alone when spirit is always within and all around me? Do not fear, I am with you. Do not be afraid, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my victorious right hand. And that is from Isaiah 41:10. I always repeat it, so let me read it again. Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be afraid, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my victorious right hand. Isaiah 41:10. How beautiful is that? I mean, even though it's a gloomy day, I do find beauty in it. I mean, listen to the birds. They're so happy. They probably have all kinds of worms that came to the surface. You know, sometimes when I would walk after a storm, you would see the little worms on the street, and the birds are just having a field day. But I do have that fear of being alone, because I don't like to be alone. And that's one of the main reasons I started this channel, is to have community. I did not start this channel to have a popularity contest, or, be, begging for strangers to sub me. The people that, were strangers to me, that are now my friends, my true friends, that understand me, that know that I joke around and not take everything so seriously, because I'm up to 60 now, and I'm sorry if some people don't understand my humor, but that's me. So that's the way it's going to be until I die. So, but this channel was my community because, first of all, I had to retire due to my back issues, and I just can't run around after the kids anymore. And sure, I could have taught older kids, but that too, recess duty and all of that, standing for long periods of time, I just cannot do. I've had so many procedures done on my back. I've had my nerves burned on both sides. They grew back, and I had them done again, and I just have very bad pain in my back. That's why I'm trying to get to the gym, trying to strengthen my legs, trying to strengthen my back so I can do more, because my dream is to do at least a 5K race. I used to do 5K and 10K races, and when I got hurt and all the cortisone they pumped me with, I just started to blow up and eating. And I didn't have that, what is it, endorphins or whatever, because I was very fit. And now to feel like I do now, or even just to look in the mirror, see my reflection, it's just like, that's not me. That's not who I was. I was very active. I mean, I used to take the Pittsburgh Marathon in May. I used to go, and my kids from my class would do the 1 mile race, the family 1 mile. And I would go down there, and it was at the convention center. You go down there and get your shirt and everything. And I have all my race shirts from all over Pittsburgh, all over. I went to Virginia, I went to Florida for different races. And in fact, when I took my mom for her last hurrah, I did a race down there. And I just really enjoyed it, and the way it made me feel. And plus, I listened to my music. I really enjoyed it. And now I'm home. I don't have a car since I'm not working. We are down to 1 car, and it's different sacrifices that we need to make. But sometimes I just feel sorry for myself, and I hate that. Like, woe is me. I don't have a car. I don't have this, but that's what we have to do, because I've done it over the years. I've never had a car, and I had my children, and whenever Maddie or Daryl forgot something and they needed for school, I would walk all the way up to the school and walk all the way back. So, from the infinite, eternal, abundant source, I receive inspiration and absolute love. That's the affirmation. It says, the infinite, eternal, abundant source, I receive inspiration and absolute love. So I've always had this fear of being alone, and I love people. So that's why I started this community, because I found myself, granted, I always talk to the dogs. I've always done that. And Basset Hounds, if you've ever had one, they can be very sassy when you talk to them, and they don't like what you're saying. My cats, well, cats are cats. All of them usually have an attitude, except for my mister. He's the most gentle cat there is. So here I am at home. I'm used to the camaraderie of being with my students in the morning. You know, I'm so high energy in the morning, and I have my kiddos, and, you know, we just have a grand day. And before I know it, it's the end of the day, and I come home to Maddie and Daryl, my son, and then Daryl comes home from work, and it's just move, you know. And back then I used to go to the gym 2 hours every evening, at least 5 days a week, and I would do spinning classes. If I did spinning class, I usually would do 2 hours, like take 2 classes, and then I would go on either the treadmill or the elliptical and do some other like free weights and things like that. So actually I was at the gym longer than that, but my kids were older, and, you know, they could take care of themselves and such. And I was always available if they would need me. But I had all of these activities and freedom to go where I wanted to go. And now I kind of feel like I'm on a desert island. My neighbors are, most of them are like in their 80s. So I do go over and see the one across the street, and the other one at the catty corner, Carol's tree. I go see Carol. And I have some people that I can reach out to, and also on the phone and things like that. But it's not the same as being in the hustle and bustle of a kindergarten classroom and having my coworkers, and we're talking about plans for what we're going to do with our class, and, you know, interacting with parents. Oh, I miss interacting with parents. And I don't know, watching my kiddos build friendships, because a lot of them were at various preschools in the area. So I miss all that. And being here by myself, I'm thinking, wow, is this it? I mean, I've been gradually getting rid of my classroom things that I bought, which is a lot. Last year I had stuff on Marketplace and I had a ton of teachers coming. And then finally this one lady's like, I wish I could buy everything that you had. And I said, you could. And she ended up buying everything for $1,500. Well, she didn't get everything, but a lot of the stuff were newer books. Like with my books, I read them to the kids. I let them look at them, but they weren't creased or anything. I took really good care of my things. And manipulatives for the kids to use. I mean, brand new craft things that were still in the package from Michael's. I mean, there were tubs and tubs, and I gave her all the tubs to go with them too. But she had to make 2 trips in her truck, and had stuff in the back seat of the truck too. So a real pickup truck, not like a SUV. So I gave her a lot. I threw in a lot of extra things, but if in real life, if she bought all that stuff, it would be more than $1,500. But she was just starting out. Her teaching was her end of her first year, and she needed a lot of stuff. So that's why I started this community. I'm not in it for the numbers. I mean, it's nice to have a lot of followers, and I love all of you guys. You know that. If you comment to me, I respond. And a lot of you've even emailed me, and we've exchanged numbers. I'm so excited that I have people to talk to, and it would be nice to be monetized and things like that, but I'm not going to. I want people to come to my community because they want to be here, not because, I'm trying to get the goal of, I know a lot of you need that income, and I do too, but I just want this to be mine. I don't want it to be a huge mess, is what I would think it is, because it would be very overwhelming if I had too many people in here. And I want people to be here that want to be here. And if you decide that I was not for you and you unsubscribed, that's good, because I don't want to put you through hell listening to my BS. Some of the things I do aren't for everyone, and I understand that, because sure, I go to other channels and I subscribe, but I don't not like unsubscribe. I don't know. I don't think it hurts for you to subscribe to people because it doesn't cost you anything. But in my community, I just love the people in here, and I'm not going to put myself where I have to go out begging for subscriptions. And yes, I love the fact that I have 250 right now, and in fact, someone had said something about, well, you only have 250 and you started in January. I like it like that, actually. And I'm not just saying that. I don't know. There are some mean people on the internet. And I just like the way I have such an interaction with my community and other people's communities. I go on other people's lives and chit chat with them, like Mary's Gigs, DJ, Big 3D, or I forget people. If I know your name, I forget your channel name. If I know your channel name, I forget your first name. Tamara and her Skitlanta commentary. I love these people. And then I have my Heather and Mike, that they don't have channels, but they watch. And so encouraging to me. And I'm running out of time. But I have, when you start throwing names out, then you don't say all of them, and then it gets kind of crazy. But even my newest friends are Susan, Artfully. See, Susan, I forgot. I know Mrs. Paula does retirement. I love her little shorts. And her and the other Allison, they have these fictional characters that are best friends, and it's so cute when they do shorts about each other. And then I like doing my skits too. I love to make people laugh, even if it's at my expense. So, when people do things to try to hurt you or try to hurt me, I just let it go, because it's not worth it. They are being their bitter world, and it just brings more negativity on them. So I just say let them go. Just like Mel Robbins' book, if you read that, maybe some people should reread it because they said they read it. But Mel Robbins, Let Them, it's an awesome book. It's awesome, and I am a big fan of hers. I've read every one of her books, and I admit that I've read them more than once because they're so inspiring to me, you know. The 5-second rule. I mean, there's so many things. Mel Robbins is such a brilliant person. And yeah, so I'm rambling. I love you guys. Believe in it will be. And I hope to see you tonight at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's June 29th for my live. Mr. D wants to do trivia, which I'm horrible at. So maybe I'll just read the questions. I don't know. But if you have any questions you want to ask Dee and I about, you know, our marriage or our friendships or whatever, feel free to do it. I'll try to answer questions as best I can. And be kind to one another. And you know what? Don't react to people that are negative. Don't go to their level. Just do your thing, okay? I love you guys, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye-bye.